Democratic influencer Harry Sisson has been under attack for allegedly manipulating and luring numerous women to share their explicit videos. It is funny the way that they describe it.
I mean, literally zero accountability for the women. They are absolutely victims across the board. They are not have zero agency.
Which is what he has to go through, which is what he has to go with, by the way. He was just like, the playbook is here for the left-wing guy to be like, I'm the most sex-positive guy. I actually think every woman should be sending nudes all the time. That is their right to say.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's not even possible for me to manipulate. She's so much smarter than me.
But then the women, they find out and they don't like it, and they just default to the we have no agency. That's like this default position whenever anything goes wrong, is they're like,
Right.
oh, I'm just a stupid girl. I don't know better. Why would you take advantage of me?
I was lured into sending a nude.
Lured.
How did he lure you?
Were you under 18?
Brought you into a white van and brought you back to a thing. Like, you must have that crazy. He lured you like he had a purse in the...
No, he has white dudes for Harris merch. It's like a hat. He goes, you want some merch? Hey there, you look pretty. You want some Kamala Harris merch?
It's a good... you can picture...
Not my president
You
merch?
can picture this in the... in the newscaster voice, manipulating and luring numerous women to their explicit videos. Social media, Snapchat. I guess the luring is he was like, I think women are beautiful at every size. Well, especially your size.
Yeah. I think he did. Well, his big thing was that he told all these girls where he's like, yeah, I'm not getting nudes from anybody else. You're the only one sending me nudes.
I'm with her now. Sticker on a string.
Yeah.
And then he sort of pulls it back slowly. Yeah. And then it gets into a Democratic panel van.
Yeah.
Fucking
the abortion mobile that they had. Goes, hey, you want to check out my abortion mobile? They decommissioned it, but they let me take it out a couple days a week.
He hasn't spoke up about it. He's been silent.
Of course, he's given the Hawk Tuah treatment.
I don't know what. Yeah, I think what he said.
But that was the thing. Is this girl? He was saying like, no other girls are sending me nudes. You're the only one sending me nudes. Which, ladies, all four of you watching right now, if a guy's telling you you're the only one,
so he lied to them. Is that sort of the?
Yeah, it was a fib. I wouldn't say it's a lie. It's a fib.
I'd like to get deep dive on any of those girls and see if they're sending to any other dudes.
Yeah, of course. And I'm sure they are. That's a good point, Ryan. Yeah, let's see who else got these nudes.
While we're going through phones.
Let's pull up the metadata on these nudes, and you go, oh, that wasn't taken the day you sent it. That's weird.
Let's do a deep dive on everyone's phones. I remember phones in the fishbowl.
Dude, I remember a girl sent me nudes once when I was living in Toronto, and literally
how'd you lure her?
Fishing rod. And but it had like the metadata on it. It was like 3 years old, different city. This is a stock that she sends around.
I remember getting a nude from a girl, and you saw a guy. You saw the Twin Towers burning in the background.
Is this current? Yeah. Recent, recent. Yeah, I look like this totally.
Yeah, definitely. The Twin Towers in the background.
Yeah, amen. That's how it goes.
But yeah, so he lured the women. He's in hot water though now.
He's gonna have a whole apology.
He's going through a rough week right now.
I mean, the Dems in general are going through a tough time. This is not helping because they could probably use his voice of reason.
And by the way, if you want like a bunch of young guys to be like Democratic activists or whatever, you're gonna have to throw pussy into the mix. That's just how it works.
That's how it works. I mean, I guess
you cannot. Gay
guys could be an option.
Sure, you are not going to be like, maybe you can promise them a lot of money, but really, I think the carrot at the end of the stick for a lot of the male feminist types is you're like, this is going to be popular with the ladies.
Of course.
And then you're like, yeah, but you can't do anything about that, and you go, bye.
Right.
You go. Right. Turns out I like it.
He's like, I kind of was like, I don't think he even fucked one of them. Like, I don't think he banged any of them. I don't know if he even
didn't need it, man.
I don't really think he met any of them.
He got what he wanted.
Yeah, he got what he wanted. He had some trading cards.
Well, he's busy doing his streams and stuff. Probably he only, he just needs a nude here and there to spank it to.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, I don't blame them.
He hadn't gotten to the flying them into LA part yet. That's the next step. You start by getting the nudes, and then next thing, then I think the upgrade from that is you being the influencers that are sending the news to everyone. I think the upgrade from that is you start being like, I can just fly her here for $2,000.
Sure.
And I've got the money.
And he's got the money. The DNC's got deep pockets.
You know what I mean? On the Clinton dime.
Lolita Express, baby. They didn't call it that. They were of age, but same plane.
He's been accused of luring nearly a dozen women. Luring is fucking wild.
Right, man. Accountability's kryptonite.
When you go, who messaged who first? You go, she messaged him, and then he was like,
Yeah, of course. Like, who messaged who first?
I'd like to see I'd like to see the messages, because maybe he was luring, where it was like, who knows what this guy was up to?
No, not Harry Sisson.
Well, I mean, what would luring be?
I mean,
like, you're a fucking adult woman. Don't send a nude if you.
Yeah, it's like you messaged him.
To your head.
You messaged him. He started DMing with you, and then he was like, I'm sure he wasn't like, please, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't send me a nude.
He might have.
It's probably just like, you're hot, and then
the future of our democracy depends on it.
I'd love to see you naked. And she goes, that's luring.
You know what's crazy? You didn't send me a nude, and I thought you cared about democracy.
Yeah. This is the people's will.
This is the people's will. Right, I cannot be charged up to do my bidding unless I get my fucking precious nudes. And
he goes, if I don't get nudes, I think Trump's going to win.
I know.
He goes, he told me that Trump would win and we would be in a fascist dictatorship if I didn't send him nudes.
He told me I was stopping fascism with my tits.
And I did it because I'm stupid.
I don't know why you know what's, it is interesting when one of these things happen where there's like 10 girls that kind of come out for it. You're like, how would number 8 not be kind of like, now you're like embarrassed a little bit?
I'm sure there's number 12 through 40 who are just like,
there's probably something.
He goes, I'm not going to be the 12th chick who's like,
yeah, because you think like some of these girls don't live they don't live wherever he lives.
None of them do.
Yeah, so they have their own life, and you're just like, maybe they're kind of dating a guy. You think one of those girls would just be like, I don't want to be the public girl that was like, I've been sending nudes to some fucking like Democrat dweeb.
Yeah. Yeah, there's more.
You think some of the girls wouldn't want to put that out there, so like aggressively.
I mean, it's like Weinstein or whatever. Like, I'm sure there's chicks who came out who are like, I mean, I did suck his dick for a role in a movie, so I'm probably gonna just
for sure. Wasn't it Newsom's wife or something?
I'm sure there was a long list.
Yeah, there was kind of like there's definitely a long list.
People who were just like, I
sucked fucking Weinstein off 40 times.
Yeah, for like all these roles, and I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want people to think that I didn't earn my role in Road Trip 4.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. So you might be right. Your conclusion might be right that you go, that is happening. And if it's 12, we're really looking at, this guy was running a nude factory, my friend.
Yeah, he was.
This guy had them printed
Let's just hope he wasn't sharing them, because that'll be a scandal.
Oh, if he gets caught sharing them, he's going to be in real trouble.
Yeah, but he's smart. He knew to take photos of the phone, not because Snapchat notifies you. He's no rube.
Photos of the phone, blows it up. He might have a room that's just like a shrine when he's like done his democratic influencing.
Yeah.
He just like goes in the room and just sort of like sits down and does his like, that's his Mecca sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's always pointing to the White House. He always has to pray. He always has to jerk pointed to the White House. That's his Mecca.
Well, get well soon, Harry.
Persuaded nearly a dozen women to send Snapchat despite claiming to respect them.
Oh, you do not claim to respect women and then have multiple ones send you news. That's not very respectful, Harry. That's the thing. The moment you say I respect women, that is gonna blow up in your face at some point down the line. That's why you will never hear me say I respect women. I don't respect women. I disrespect women actively.
Exactly.
And I'll never have a scandal as a result.
And then when you're asking people for their feeder videos, you're not gonna be in trouble.
Hey, I disrespect women. What can I say?
Harry Sisson claims he respects women, but he's been asking them for nude photos.
Would someone who respects women share their nudes around?
No one's even saying he shared nudes around at this point, though.
He respects women.
I think the tools are there. You go with the girls have agency. I respect women. I'm sex positive. Everyone should be sending nudes to everyone. Sure. I think that's what you have to go with.
Yeah. He goes, hey. And then there was like, they released some texts, and he kind of had the same one for all of them, where he goes, we don't live in the same state. Like, we can't be exclusive.
That's what he said?
Yeah. There was like
He has his script, eh?
Yeah, he has a script.
Do you think that came from the Democrats?
Probably, yeah. Probably whoever was writing for Biden. He had the teleprompter being like, look, we just live in a different state, and I'm too busy to be exclusive. Look,
is he copy and pasting it, do you believe?
Look, I'd be lying if I said I haven't said the same thing to a woman. Yeah, I'm just not ready to settle down. And
I can get you a job at the Democrats.
Yeah, I definitely. Get you a job fucking going door to door knocking.
Yeah, well, your move is more saying I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
I need to see it. Like, can I see that freckle?
Sure. Get the lab coat and everything.
He convinced 11 different women that he had no roster.
No roster. By the way, what a pathetic roster. You don't. That's the thing. This must be a Gen Z thing. Be like, it's not a roster if you never met them.
I don't think that's a roster.
That's not a roster.
I don't
That's
get
a pathetic roster.
I'll tell you, speaking on the topic of the word lure, I don't get the allure of just having like 12 girls just like you're sexting with
that you have to talk to all day.
Yeah, it's like all 12 girlfriends, and the only thing you get is in return is a nude.
So yeah, like the odd nude.
Yeah, if anything,
Brutal.
if he was talking to these girls all day, every day, and all he's getting is a nude here and there, this is a saint.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man, he's a sympathetic figure, to be honest. He really took one for the team for somebody. Right
12 long distance relationships.
Oh my god, horrible.
He said he had no roster, and he claimed that he respected them for more than just their bodies, while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one domestic abuse survivor. That one's gonna get you.
Oh, you do not talk to a domestic. But again, why is she hitting him up? And I saw the text with the domestic abuse survivor.
Did you?
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I think she's like I don't know if it was her boyfriend at the time or like ex-boyfriend, like did some like fucked up shit or whatever. And he's just like, yeah, that's so fucked up. And he was pretty chill.
Oh, but then he didn't even ask for the news. She just sent it.
I mean, maybe he asked for the news on Snapchat at some point. Probably not following the domestic abuse.
Do you think he sends like when he says send nudes? Does he do zeros instead of O's? Do you think?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Was it Z?
Maybe a U with an umlaut.
Nudes, please.
Nudes, please.
That's so fucking crazy. Men are the worst. Nudes, please.
please, nudes. I need them. Yeah, you know what else would be crazy if you just send me a photo of your ass right now? That'd be fucking so crazy.
They're living in a bizarro world where they think a guy's not going to dedicate his life to fucking uplifting women, and he doesn't want to fucking taste a few. It's a guy it's the kid that fucking loved food, got a job as a pie maker, and he's not going to stick his finger in there a little bit.
Plus the election's over. What's he even doing? He's got plenty of free time on his hands.
He's taking a little taste of the icing here and there.
Again, he didn't.
The merchandise.
He didn't even bang one of them.
You know what? This
Your
is
Honor,
what it is.
I'd like you to dismiss the case.
Do you know how we have? Everyone knows if you have bartenders and you have a lot of employees, like you expect a little bit of leakage at the till.
Oh yeah.
I think that you got to expect a little bit of these guys They're not going to take all of the pussy, but like they're going to take a little pussy here and there, and you have to just.
I mean, these girls are obviously very naive to think like, oh, I'm texting with Harry Sisson right now, and he says I'm his girlfriend.
Sure, there's that too.
We're girlfriend. Have you ever met? No. And he says I'm sending him nudes, but I'm the only one. You go, okay.
Yeah, I don't even really get the accusation. They're just like, this guy. I guess the thing is they're saying he's a hypocrite because he's, he would be, if someone else had this happen, he'd probably be the first guy standing up to call him a monster.
I think they just don't like that he said to them, he goes, yeah, I'm not texting any other girls right now. And you go, okay. Like, you guys have never met.
A person that did that?
No, I'm saying they've never even, like, these girls are like, you've never even met him in person.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he is. You're so naive. Like, that's the thing. If you're a girl and you're sending a dude you've never met nudes, don't ask him if he's getting nudes from other girls.
Yeah, you bet you did. Am I not the person who just randomly messaged you on the internet? And now we're sexting. Like you better not have ever done this with anyone else ever before.
Goes, yeah, never. You're just the first person who ever messaged me.
I've never even thought of it.
Odds?
I'm just like. But yeah, I guess if this happened to someone else, he would be the first guy to be like, this is a monster, lock him up, put him in jail.
That's true.
But yes, you're going to have to expect a bit of leakage. If you're going to have a bunch of guys that are sort of like here to uplift the woman's cause, there's going to be a bit of leakage. That's like what it is, man.
Hey, that's what it is.
The university professor, you're going to expect him to bring the TA that's, the big activist. You're got to expect that this guy's going to ask a couple girls to come to after hours because he's taking a special interest in her brain.
Oh, yeah, wants to tutor her.
It's such a common thing.
Yeah, so sucks for Harry, but sucks,
That's why women, you can only trust men that hate women.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling
you. A married man that hates women is the only one to be trusted.
It's the only one to be trusted.
Who doesn't even want to be in a room with you.
Wait, all I get out of talking to you every day is the odd nude? No, thank you. That's what the internet's for.
When the women discovered each other one by one, he called them all insane and attempted to coerce one of them into telling the public the photos were fake. So he's on damage control in his little lair.
Hired a fucking big time PR firm for this one.
But as soon as you saw those girls, you have your 11 your roster of girls you've never met that send you nudes, and then you see they start following each other.
I guess I'm not a big Snapchat guy anymore. Just delete the app. That's the thing. You delete the app. Problem solved.
I guess it's not problem solved for him though. He's in hot water.
No, because they went on TikTok. They moved it to the organic platform.
Woo!
a blast.
Yeah, he was on Snapchat for a reason.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't send nudes anywhere else.
Well, we're going to be seeing that story again. I'll tell you, that's not going to be a one and done right there.
No. That'll be a repeater. That's going to be
that you want to say
over and over.
History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. It's like, it kind of repeats itself with this one.
This one, yeah.
Like a male feminist turns out some pussy hound.
Hey, man.
You're going to be seeing that story.
He's only human. What can you do?
Why do you think he got into? Why do you think he got into this game?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the only reason people get into that game, but like, it's a perk. You don't take the job because they have a timeshare you can get a couple times a year, but it's a factor.
Yeah, that's nice.
You're factoring it in. You're like, okay, they have this timeshare in Aspen, and I can take it twice a year if I take this tech job. I'm listening.
Something.
You're adding it to the factor list.
Yeah. Well, at least he debunked the whole thing where everybody said he was gay. At least that did something for him.
Well, those gay guys, those are the biggest pussy hounds, though. Like on the margin.
Yeah. The sickos.
Yeah. I mean, think about all the guys we know that are like a little bit gay. They're like pussy hounds.
Yeah. They just
like they fucking love
like JJ
sex so much that even fucking dude.
He's a lot gay.
That's how much they love it, dude.
Love it. The degenerates.
Yeah.